Now we will study about amino acids and proteins. In this lesson, we would study what are amino acids, their structure, types, and functions. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins and are extremely important in biology. 20% of the human body is made up of protein, and we know that amino acids join together to form proteins. Proteins play a crucial role in almost all the biological processes, and amino acids are the building blocks of it. Here you can see that different amino acids join together to form a protein molecule. Now, structure of amino acid. Amino acids are organic compounds containing amine and carboxyl functional groups along with the side R chain specific to each amino acids. Here it is the structure of amino acid. You can see that with the central carbon atom at one side there is a carboxyl group. Here it is the amino group. Here we have an R chain. R chain is specific for each amino acid. Some amino acid would be having some acidic groups attached, so they would be called as acidic amino acid. Some would be known as basic amino acid. So it would be different from one amino acid to another amino acid. How your body uses amino acids as building blocks. Different number of amino acid join together to form a peptide. Peptide is a short sequence of amino acid which further when coils around each other and gets a particular shape then forms protein. Amino acid can be covalently joined together in a condensation reaction to form a dipeptide and water. Water is usually excluded out. The covalent bond between the amino acids is called a peptide bond, and for this reaction, long chains of covalently bonded amino acids are called polypeptides. Polypeptide chains can be broken down via hydrolysis reactions, which requires water to reverse the process. Here you can see that we have two amino acids. एक ये हमारे पास amino acid है और दूसरा ये हमारे पास amino acid है. When these two amino acids join together, the bond formed between carbon of one amino acid, that is basically carboxylic group's carbon, and amines group nitrogen, the bond formed between these two is known as peptide bond, and the molecule formed after the removal of water is known as dipeptide. Hope you have cleared your concept that how a dipeptide is formed. Let me recall it or revise it, that when two amino acids join together, the bond that is formed between the carbon of carboxylic group of one amino acid and nitrogen of amine group of the other amino acid, that bond formed is known as peptide bond. Peptide bonds are formed between the amine and carboxylic acid groups of adjacent amino acids. The amine group loses a hydrogen atom and the carboxylic acid loses a hydroxyl. This would result in the formation of water. Here you can see, ये हमारे पास एक अमाइनो एसिड है जिसका ये कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड ग्रुप लगा हुआ है COOH, और ये हमारे पास दूसरा अमाइनो एसिड है जिसका ये अमाइन ग्रुप है NH2 ग्रुप. नाउ व्हाट वुड हैपन दैट आप यहाँ से देखें कि ये जो रेड कलर में आपको हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप नज़र आ रहा है और अमाइन ग्रुप का ये जो हाइड्रोजन है ये टुगेदर फॉर्म करेंगे वाटर और एक्सक्लूड हो जाएंगे. तो एज ए रिज़ल्ट ये जो सी डबल बॉन्ड O और NH के दरमियान में ये जो बॉन्ड बन गया है, ये देखें जो एग्जैक्ट बॉन्ड है कार्बन और नाइट्रोजन के दरमियान में, इसको हम क्या कहते हैं, पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड. इसी तरीके से नेक्स्ट जब एक और अमाइनो एसिड आएगा तो यहाँ से ये हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप और अगले का हाइड्रोजन रिमूव हो जाएगा और यहाँ पे अगला बॉन्ड फॉर्म हो जाएगा. इसको जो दो अमाइनो एसिड मॉलिक्यूल्स के दरमियान में बॉन्ड बन रहा है इसको हम पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड कह रहे हैं, और इस पूरे मॉलिक्यूल को हम डाईपेप्टाइड कहेंगे. लेकिन अगर नेक्स्ट एक और अमाइनो एसिड आ जाएगा तो हम उसको ट्राईपेप्टाइड, टेट्रापेप्टाइड एंड ऑनवर्ड्स नेम कर सकते हैं. नाउ classification of amino acids. One of the most useful manners by which to classify the standard amino acid is based on the polarity, that is basically the distribution of electronic charge of the R group, that is the side chain. We have four basic types of amino acids. We can classify them as non-polar amino acids, polar uncharged amino acids, acidic amino acids and basic amino acids. Now we would study one by one. Group 1, non-polar amino acids. Group 1 amino acids include glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, proline, phenylalanine, methionine, and tryptophan. You can see their structures as well. The R groups of these amino acids have either aliphatic or aromatic groups. Aromatic means ring group. This makes them hydrophobic. They are water-fearing or water-hating amino acids. They are non-polar. They don't have the ability to get dissolved in the water. Here you can see the structures. You can clearly see that R chain is bearing here. Methyl group is present. You can see that the R chain has been changed. R chain has been changed. So the R chain varies from one amino acid to other amino acid. Group 2, polar uncharged amino acids. Group 2 amino acids are serine, cysteine, threonine, tyrosine, asparagine, and glutamine. The side chains in this group possess a spectrum of functional groups. However, most have at least one atom, either nitrogen, oxygen, or sulfur, with electron pairs available for hydrogen bonding to water and other molecules. That means these atoms like nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur are making them polar, so they can dissolve themselves in water or other polar molecules. Group 3 amino acids, they are known as acidic amino acids. The two amino acids in this group are aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Each has an additional carboxylic acid on its side chain that gives its acidic properties, that are proton donating properties. In an aqueous solution at physiological pH, all three functional groups on these amino acids will ionize, thus giving an overall charge of -1. You can see the structures of aspartic acid and glutamic acid as shown in the figure. Group 4, basic amino acids. The three amino acids with basic nature are arginine, histidine, and lysine. Each of them have a basic side chain. That means they can accept proton. Lysine and arginine both exist with an overall charge of +1 at their physiological pH. So, what are the basic functions that amino acids play? Amino acids are precursors of a variety of complex nitrogen-containing molecules. Complex amino acids derived factors, cofactors. Complex amino acid derived cofactors are also important, such as heme and chlorophyll, as we know that heme is the iron-containing organic compound that is required for the biological activity of many important proteins, such as oxygen-carrying hemoglobin and the electron transporting cytochrome C. Similarly, chlorophyll is a pigment that is very much important in photosynthesis, and there are several alpha amino acids that act as chemical messengers.